What's up everyone, Frugal Techie here giving you another Frugal Tech video. So as you may have already seen in the title and the thumbnail, this episode we will take a look at basically what a dumpster laptop can do and was it worth getting my hands dirty. So the story was that one day we had council cleanup on our street and it was always interesting to see other people's junk. But that day, one thing caught my eyes. It was this boy and it's the Dell Inspiron 1555. And from the outside it looks well used and abused. The left click doesn't really work and the cover also had some interesting decals on it. But it does give it character. Nevertheless, the screen looked fine, so I took it home and had another look. The battery was, no surprise, dead, and there was no RAM or hard disk. Not really a problem, as I do have, cheap DDR2 memory and also a small mechanical drive lying around that I can chuck in. So once I put everything back together, tried to boot and it was a success. Checking out the specs, it has a Core 2 Duo P8600. It's clocked at 2.4 gigahertz, not bad. And yeah, a dedicated GPU. I believe it is the AMD HD 4570. So now let's actually do some stuff on the laptop. Now excuse the flickering of the video as my camera shutter speed doesn't quite match the refresh rate of this laptop. There is no flickering in real life and I didn't want to use a capture software as it will take away the already limited resources that this laptop has. General internet browsing is smooth as you'd expect even for a laptop of this era. And also no problems with YouTube 1080p. It plays quite well and with pretty much no stuttering. But this isn't what we're here for. On to the games. Starting off with the hottest game currently, that is of course Fortnite. With everything set to low, had no choice really. The game does run and I was able to get into the game. But as you can see, the textures doesn't seem to load until I almost hit the ground. Then beyond that, the first 30 seconds or so, the textures are still loading. So I had to pray that no one actually killed me during this time. But once the textures did load, we were seeing some kind of playable FPS hovering around the 30s. So I was quite surprised at the performance. Next on the list is Overwatch. This kind of has a mediocre requirement. And again, with every setting at the lowest possible level, we are again seeing FPS hovering around 30. So definitely playable, but probably safer to pick the heroes that are not too twitch like Reinhardt, Bastion or Mercy. Next up we have Dota 2. This game should run a bit better than the previous game and so it does, with FPS averaging in the 40s and sometimes even hitting the 50s. Next in line is Csgo. And with settings again on the lowest, it performed very well, averaging 45 FPS and is quite playable, although there is some stuttering. But I think Windows was updating during this time. Obviously, you're not going to win any LAN tournaments because you need at least 240 FPS with a 240 Hz monitor to match. So it's good for the casual gaming at least. And finally, we have League of Legends. This laptop absolutely blows it away, averaging 60 FPS with minimums not going below 45 in team fights. So if you just want some league action, this laptop is all for it. You don't need to spend any money, you just need to go dumpster diving. So there you have it, guys. Next time you walk past a council cleanup, have a closer look. You might be able to pick up a free laptop that can still game if you're desperate enough. But in seriousness, I did not expect this laptop to perform at this level, and with some extra fixes, I think this can potentially be a daily driver for the frugal-minded person. Anyway, thanks for sticking around and hope you've enjoyed the video. Leave a like or comment and subscribe for more content like this where I bring you frugal tech videos. Check out my other videos and I'll see you in the next one.